wait 2 seconds.
Sorry.
Getting ourselves organized tonight. Sorry, we'll start just momentarily.
And here's your pen, too.
I got.
Okay, huh?
We'll call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for April 22nd, 2024. To order, please.
David,
Here.
Craig,
Here.
Becky,
Here.
Ross,
Here.
Joyce.
Here.
All right. David?
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you provided for us, Lord. And Lord, be with our village tonight, and our council and mayor, and our law enforcement, and our fire department, Lord. And be with our great country tonight, as you touch your great hand above our great country, Lord. And Lord, be with the ones that can't be, the shut-ins, the sick, and give them your healing hand. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
Amen. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to please approve the following meeting minutes from the council meeting held on April the 8th?
You have that motion?
2024. Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross. All right, David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that. Mayor's report. As everyone has known, this village received a little over 7 inches of rain over the last 2 weeks. One of the things that I would personally comment on is our guys are doing a hell of a job to try to keep the drains clear, and they need your help. We have a lot of grass, leaves, twigs, trash, frankly, that blows around after trash day, and a lot of that gets caught in storm drains, and they're pumping it out as fast as they can get to it. So please, 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 when you're mowing your grass, keep your clippings on your lawn or blow them back up if they go into the street. It matters. It absolutely matters. And we'll be announcing a street sweeping schedule at here momentarily, but you know, the plant buildup just it plugs everything up. So every time it rains like we've had it, it makes it very, very difficult to keep the drains clear. So that's all I have for today. I'll hand it over to our council pro tem.
Thank you. I don't have anything new to report on. As you guys know, I've been semi-laid up for the last few weeks, and hopefully that's going to come to an end soon, but I have not been out and about in the community like I want to be. So hopefully once I get rid of this boot and can drive, Nick will get his life back, and I'll be able to get more involved in village things. So that's about all I have.
Okay, wonderful. We have no public comments and visitors tonight. There's no executive session, excuse me. But we do have a point of business for council. Organizationally, we need to accept the resignation of William Tilley, who was a council member, as he has moved out of the village.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Joyce. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, David, I think you'd be Craig to that one.
David, Joyce and David.
Yes. Would you do a roll call, please?
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
All right, resignation is accepted. Now, generally speaking, it's council's discretion as to how long to accept letters of interest, but typically we take all comers. So the rules are, if you're interested, apply, but you have to apply in writing and send Courtney Bricker, our clerk, a note that you're interested in doing that. Everyone gets an interview, so there is no like weeding out process. Joyce or fellow council members, do you guys want to set a date, a cutoff date?
I would recommend at our next meeting, we can start accepting them now,
Yeah?
and then we cut them off at our next meeting,
Would you cut them off the Friday?
The Friday before?
Friday before, okay.
That'd be
Okay, so let's
good,
get the
yeah.
date right here.
All
Okay.
right.
So our next council meeting is May the 13th. Today is April the 22nd. So the cutoff date would be on May the 10th.
I have a question. Will we be interviewing before our council meeting that night, or?
Executive session.
Okay,
Right.
Just like
okay.
Right,
last time.
just
Okay.
exactly what we'll always do it.
So we'll have an executive session on May 13th.
Yes.
So the meeting will be opened. Andy will give the reasoning for entering
Okay.
executive session.
Mhm.
We will stagger and set up candidates, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I think it
Okay.
was, throughout the time frame. And then you guys would have an opportunity to come back and place a motion or not place a motion.
Okay.
But, so you want to do it May the 10th at what time?
Close of business, 5 PM.
Yeah, 5.
5 PM? Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so Joyce is making the recommendation.
Mhm.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay,
Great.
great.
We'll do a roll call. David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And if there's no more on organizational issues, we get to go on to the sheriff's report. Come on down. Nice to have you in tonight.
For coming.
Hello. Well, my name's Deputy Carrie Kimple. I'm here today in place of Deputy Dill. I usually work midnight, so it's nice to put some faces to names. Basically, so he sent me the stats for, since the last meeting. The two standout things, we had 14 traffic stops and 16 village ordinance violations. So that seems to be the two big ones there since the last meeting. If you guys have any questions, I can try to answer them, but otherwise, Deputy Dill hopefully will be back
Oh, you're doing
for
great.
the next meeting.
You're
so.
doing dead on. Any questions for the deputy tonight? No?
Are you assigned to our community during midnight shift?
We usually kind of, the ones that haven't been here as long, we kind of rotate, so I'm
Okay.
usually down here like 3 nights a week,
Okay,
so,
great.
yeah.
Welcome.
She
Thank
works
you.
the midnight hour.
That's
Yeah.
right. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, deputy, we appreciate it. Okay, we have no law director's report. Building and zoning, nothing to report from them either, I believe, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But I think the zoning and planning people will have an update that that meeting tomorrow's been canceled.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, would you like to provide the
Yeah.
fiscal reports?
Okay, so I didn't have any questions, concerns, comments, anything back from council. I do have the bank reconciliation from April of 2024. Again, like I reported last council meeting, is we are finally into the second quarter of the year. And again, I think finance, at their next meeting, will have a meeting, the first part of May. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joyce. And we'll be discussing again the budget like we always do. So I don't have any current questions from you guys. I do have the bank reconciliation, again, from April of 2024. There was a total of $206.84 adjustments. That was due to NSF checks. So again, people are paying water, sewer, their checks are being rejected for NSF. Or any other account information, say it was closed or something like that. So that was the only adjustment that you'll see on here. So I would ask if there are any other questions, a motion to accept the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the comparison of the budget and appropriation, the reader report, and the bank reconciliation from April of 2024.
I'll make that
Motion?
motion.
Thank you, Craig. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Ross.
Craig Ross? Okay, Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, and then I will have 3 pieces of documents passed around here, if you could all sign those, please. And I think my report's done.
Wonderful, thank you. All right, on to committee reports. Finance, Joyce.
We will have our next meeting on May 1st at 3:30.
Great. Pleasant Township, David.
I don't have a meeting until next week.
Okay. Squad, Joyce.
Thank you. We had a good meeting, got the bills paid. Had a couple of couple of employees resign. We accepted their resignations. We hired another gal, and looks like we need, probably gonna search out there for 2 more, at least 1 more, maybe 2. 500 miles service on the brand-new truck, and a light bulb came on.
Oh, that's never
And
good.
it was back in the shop. The code was, it was Medic 373, so that's an issue. One of the trucks, 373, hit a deer, so it's out of service. It's $3,600 in damages. You know, it happens. The old 2019 Ford goes into reduced power mode. I don't know if that's because of the mileage. It might be. And we collected $20,000 in uncollectibles, which have been going way too long, not paid, and finally we got them paid, or they're paid. So that was good. So that's all I have. The old truck that we had is being listed on gov.deals, I think is the website. Chief Taylor informed me that they sent in a request to West Jeff for a permit, because they have to dig up in the alley.
Yes, we've got that under control. That is under control.
So he's been
They're-
notified.
Oh, yes, everything's underway. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Well, I thank Christy for that.
Yep, they're on it.
Okay, that's all I have. That's all I have for squad.
Okay, thank you. Fire, Ross.
We haven't had a meeting since our last council meeting. We do have a meeting upcoming this Thursday at 8 o'clock. I won't be there. Craig's gonna take my place.
Wonderful, okay, thank you. Water, wastewater,
Next meeting will be May 1st at 2:30.
okay. I would only add to the water, wastewater point that, and this is, fire hydrant flushing will begin this week. So you'll see everybody out there.
They
Yep.
started this morning, yeah.
Yep,
So again, you know, just the times, I know residents have a lot of questions about that. If you experience any low pressure for a long period of time, that's when you need to be concerned. If you see some discoloration, unless it gets to, you know, it's not clearing up within, you know, minutes, I would say, then call in.
Yep.
But again, you're expected to have some sort of settlement in there and some sort of.
yeah, it should go pretty quickly, and the guys do an awesome job at turning that around for us. No streets update other than we will begin pothole patching as well. Now that weather is consistently above 50 degrees, we'll be breaking the machine out and attacking the potholes as we always do.
And I have something to add in regards to streets.
Of course.
I would like to make a motion that we award the chairman position to Craig Hicks.
Okay?
So Joyce has made the motion.
Yeah.
I made a
She just
motion.
appoints, doesn't she?
A second.
Do we even need to do that? I mean, you get to appoint, so we don't
Yeah, but you
normally
guys
vote.
Not the chair, I have to
You guys
approve
normally vote
the
on
chair.
Committees.
Yeah.
On your committees, you guys approve them.
Oh,
So when
we
she
approve 'em.
Appoints them, you guys still have to approve them.
Right.
So that was Joyce and Ross.
Okay.
Roll call
Yeah.
is Ross,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Craig,
I vote, oh, yeah.
Becky.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Craig?
Thank you for your
It
service,
is now
Craig.
official.
There you go.
And then just get with me about the date, time and change and stuff.
All right.
So we can get it on the calendar. All right, Parks and Recs. Joyce.
We had a meeting at 6 o'clock. We went over a lot of stuff, good stuff, good information. As far as Parks and Rec, there's going to be a tournament, I believe, April 27th, this coming weekend, and with the junior high softball team, so we're excited about that. Jeff has all of that under control. We talked a little bit about the solar eclipse that was a great success, so thanks to everyone who participated in that. We're going to be having a Special Olympics tournament. Jeff he laid all of this stuff out for us. I'm not gonna repeat it all until we get closer to the events, but he's doing a great job getting tournaments scheduled and getting, things rolling at the park. And, I think tonight's their first night of actual teams, I believe, of team play. All the background checks are done. Don't have to worry about that. I'm just going over my notes here. Where's my final? They've got one field they're still working on, but we have enough, it's my understanding we have enough fields to play on right now. They're looking at maybe a kickball tournament. They're feeling the residents out for interest before they move forward. So that's going to be maybe June 29th, depending upon the interest we get. Jeff's trying to pull that together. We have 180 kids in the youth league. That's
awesome.
That's
A lot
nice.
of kids.
That's impressive.
Good number of kids.
Yeah. And I think they said we had around 80 at the solar eclipse. Well, I've heard two things, just over 180. So somewhere between 80 and 101, which are all good numbers. We're going to have, in the junior high tournaments, they're going to be at 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock on the 27th. That is all I have for right now.
Okay.
Our next
It's a
meeting?
good report. Got a lot going on here this spring.
Yeah.
And if anyone has any interest in all the recreational programming, please raise your hand. Jeff can use your help. So this is a community involvement type of thing. So Parks and Recs is currently looking for additional opportunities around programming, and we need you. So if you can help, raise your hand. Please do. We're always interested, as Joyce has said. Potential is there for a kickball league tourney type of thing, and if we can add more, we will add more.
And just one more thing, please. That being said, the dodgeball tournament that was scheduled at the community center had to be canceled. The reason it was canceled is because of lack of interest. So let's get out there, let's talk this up, let's give Jeff some help in coaching, whatever. If Kathy needs something in the concession, reach out to her, she'll let you know. But I think it's very important that we start promoting this now, as Jeff has done.
Yep.
And, give him some help on some interest. I know Kathy put something on Facebook to get some interest. I haven't looked anymore, so I haven't seen any updates. But we need to do our best, because he works very hard down there. And we're adding work to his portfolio here, so we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to support him. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, record retention, David.
We will be meeting on the first Friday in May at 8 a.m., so be ready to work.
All right, thank you. Nuisance abatement, Becky.
Yes. We haven't had a meeting since our last, we have a meeting on May 13th at 6:30 PM, right before a council meeting, so I'll be able to give you more updates then. The thing I do know now, I can give you some updates on cleanup days, which are May 3rd through the 5th. Great partnership with the Nazarene Church going right now. We meet weekly, and we've been going on the website and posting. Residents are already calling in nuisances, so we're going on daily and registering those. We have a few community projects. I'm really delighted to let you know that it has been confirmed. We have a sponsor to take tires. So any automobile or truck tires, please don't send us combine tires and tractor tires, but automobile, we will be able to, this one event, be able to dispose of those for you. So that's
Awesome.
huge. That's usually not the case. We also have a sponsor, and this is really big too, who will pick up old vehicles. If you have dead old vehicles, he will load them onto a trailer and haul them away. That is big, free. So if you've had one sitting in your yard or your alley or whatever,
That's
please take advantage of this opportunity. I know we have some old commercial buildings that have some of those issues, and Courtney's been trying to get a hold of the owner And once we do, the church is already committed to cleaning that whole area up, removing everything. So we're super excited about that. We also have a big project out by Mount Sterling's oldest tree that the Tree and Beautification Committee discovered last year. And we're gonna clean a huge halo out around this tree. There's all kinds of 6-inch and under trees that have grown up. And I'm gonna say like Joyce and Andy did, we need volunteers. If you have a chainsaw or loppers, we really also are real need of a chipper. We were told that all of that waste can be chipped back and thrown in that same area. If we can get a chipper for that weekend, if we don't have a community member that has that, I was thinking about reaching out to West Jeff. I know they have one for their community, and they're really good about sharing services. So we may need to reach out to the mayor of West Jeff if we don't get someone in the next, week, step up for that. And I just got a phone call from Madison Plains teacher today, some basketball and girls and boys basketball players, and I believe some football players too are gonna come help. I think we have some helpers on Friday now, as well as Saturday.
Put it online to the church.
Yeah, and I know the Chamber of Commerce is providing all of the flowers for the half buckets up and down the streets and for the gazebo. They're sponsoring that. I know the church is bringing in all the mulch we need for all of our projects and some probably flats of flowers for the gazebo area. And I know the Tree and Beautification Committee has a member that has secured us some free compost. So we're really looking for that weekend to be big. So the only thing we are still not accepting is the hazardous waste items.
What about electronics?
We have a metal person that said they would take all metal items as far as dryers and refrigerators and.
Is that Rick?
I believe so. I'm getting my names confused, but we have a metal person, and again, the sponsor that's doing the cars, they're all stepping up to
deal.
try to get everything. The only thing is hazardous materials. There will be a day where we can take paint and thinner and things like that, your empty cans, but this one day, this weekend will not, that's the only thing that it will not encompass. So really excited that we're able to cover, everything.
And
Yeah.
if you're obviously,
ask a question?
not to state the obvious, but if you're a business, don't, this is for residents to help the community get cleaned up,
Oh, yeah.
right?
We're
So-
not here to clean your entire house.
Or exactly, so.
I know the NAS is actually, we're calling it a Mission Sunday. We're actually gonna have groups really out there Saturday and Sunday, but Mission Sunday, the whole church goes out as a unit and everything. I usually get stuck with the trash pits, so I'm gonna know where I'm gonna be at.
Anyone can call in and say, hey, can you come get my yard waste? Can you come get my couch, my dryer? That kind of thing. We're asking you to take it to the curb, but get on the list. The only thing we don't want is your household trash.
Right, yeah.
Just
We're
don't,
not- we're not picking
that-
up household trash.
Everyone has, everyone hopefully has their trash service, and that's what that's for. And this is something different. And we'll have, we also have sponsors, 2 different dumpster companies, and, I'll put out signage thanking everybody who, sponsored all these things, but I'm really excited about it.
I have a couple questions.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Uh-huh.
The first one addresses electronics. We're not taking those, are we?
I believe we are,
So like TVs, like a microwave oven, that sort of thing?
How are you disposing of them?
yes. I believe we're taking them all. I can get back with you on that. Microwave oven is metal, that for sure is a go.
Okay.
A television.
Computer monitors, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
We've got-
I would think a normal dumpster, I know the dumpster guys that I work with, don't really care about that kind of thing. They don't want paint, they don't want tires in their dumpsters, but that kind of stuff is
Sure.
okay.
I know we gotta watch out for air conditioners too, 'cause there's something in the
Well,
air.
refrigerant,
conditioners
yeah,
that'd be
but if,
careful,
it sounds
yes.
like you've got a
I
plan
didn't
for
think
those,
we
so.
could take plasma TVs, am I wrong?
I can do a specific question. I talk to Jeff again tomorrow,
Okay.
the
Okay.
guy. I'll ask
Perfect.
about plasma
Good deal.
TVs.
The only thing else I have to ask is, I really need to write this stuff down. For nuisance, we are taking tires. We are taking electronics. I know what it was. Did you reach out to Scott McClellan for a dumpster? Okay. He doesn't remember if he got back to you or not.
He did.
He did? Okay. So that being said, could we add him to, Jacob's kind enough to keep up with everything on Facebook. And Scott's not in there, but Masons and Sons is in there.
Well, I didn't know that Masons and Son was put in there. I didn't put anything out. But if you did, Jacob, if you put Masons and Sons, yes, Scott McClelland is doing a dumpster as well. Yeah. Okay. But we have lots of people that are stepping up. So if we start acknowledging anyone in certain ones, then people's feelings might get hurt or this or that.
Yeah,
So
Scott questioned me on
it's
that.
just better to just say that we have sponsors for all of those kind of things. And then, like I said, I can do one grand poster for everyone that donated, and then,
Send me the list of everybody, and I'll start.
okay, but it's still growing.
Yeah, let's,
Send it as it progresses.
to Becky's point, we'll let her get
Yeah,
get
let
organized
Becky
and
drive that,
message
if Becky doesn't mind. And she can let you know when she's ready. Is that fair?
Mhm.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we don't want to offend anyone. We have some very, very generous community members.
We do.
So, appreciate it, but we do need volunteers still.
And-
Friday, Saturday, or Sunday,
For cleanups or
For-
yard work?
for anything. Flower planting, cleanups, chainsawing, picking up trash in.
Flowers in buckets? I can get a chair and do that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yep. And we will have waters, I already said that, out on Town Hall lawn. We'll have coolers out there, and they'll have some runners that driving those to different areas for people that are working. So, and then the church will provide for workers on Sunday around noon, 12:30, a lunch, and they did say anyone that was helping is welcome.
Yeah, they always have. I don't think we've ever gone over, but they've always invited us. And Mick and I are doing water, right? We'll bring 2 cases of water. Okay. Do you need a cooler?
We can
get the
get those
details.
details organized, it's no problem. Thank you, Becky, that sounds good. Safety block watch, that was formerly.
Mayor, I do want to say something for safety if I can. since
Yes.
I was on.
Yes, go ahead.
One thing Bill wanted to bring up before he resigned was he thought everybody should be prepared. If we had so many tornadoes, he told me before he left that he said everybody should be able to have a emergency kit for tornadoes, which would include a flashlight, first aid kit, a radio, and a safe area you want to train your family to go to. And I want to bring this out, the Nazarene Church, if there is a tornado, will open up its doors. We do have a tornado shelter in the
Town Hall does
church, and
too.
just in case, because we've had over 32 tornadoes.
Yeah.
And we're getting more like Kansas than we are Ohio, and, but I wanted to bring that up because everybody has them kits, and it don't even hurt to have a safety helmets because of head injuries, and I just wanted to bring out all of it.
Okay, thank you.
I would also add water to that list.
Yes, that's true, yes, we gotta have water, and saltine crackers or something for a snack and keep you in the, let's just pray we don't have any more, but we're getting into the season now, believe it or not, so.
Okay, planning and zoning.
I
those-
still have safety.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead,
have-
please.
still
I'm
have- I'm
sorry to fast
sorry.
forward through those. So, go ahead,
Getting
Joyce.
ahead of myself. I would like to appoint a chairperson for the safety committee.
Okay.
And I would like to nominate Craig Hicks.
Okay.
Safety committee is something that has not met at all this year, and we'll have to sit down and talk about what we're going to do going forward. But at this time, for any safety issues, we can have those go to Craig as well.
Okay, all right. Is there a second on
I'll
that one?
second.
Thank you, David. Roll call, please, then.
Joyce,
Yes?
David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yep.
Ross?
Yes.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, planning and zoning. So those meetings have been canceled, correct?
Yep.
And again, to recap, if there's no business before planning or zoning, we don't meet. So we'll do the next go-around for both of those next month. Okay, tree beautification, Becky.
Yes, we had a very busy week. We got together on the 18th and we prepped 100 trees for the third graders and the teachers and the drivers. And I want to thank my committee, Misty, Bill, Jacob, and Melanie, who are out there helping prep all those trees on the 18th. And then I also, on the 19th, we did have the third graders down and did an Arbor Day celebration. Went great. That was Madison Plains. I want to thank the mayor for coming and getting the kids all excited about playing in the dirt. I want to thank, of course, my tree and beautification committee. The American Legion came and did a flag raising, which was very nice. Sunoco donated pizza to the kids. The community center donated beverages, snacks, and a place to watch the movie. It was very nice. George, Joe, and Jeff went out and planted trees to get them in the ground so the kids had something to mulch. So it was a huge success, and the kids enjoyed it just as much as they did last year. So I hope this is always an event that Mount Sterling does in the future. I had a little boy come up to us the next day on the 20th when we had our next event, our tree giveaway. And he said, I was there yesterday, and he was just so proud and telling his mom again about what, you know, we had done the day before. So then on the 20th, we had our tree giveaway, which saying a huge success is an understatement. We had applied for 500 free trees. That was as many as we were allowed to apply for. When we got them, we got 400. And then we gave 100 away to the third graders. So we had 300, and planning so many events in Mount Sterling, sometimes it's a little underwhelming how many people show up, but this was not the case this day. So we have decided, we obviously, next year, we're gonna try to get more trees, we're gonna change the parameters. We thought, let's give away 5, we almost made it 10, and maybe the first 50 people got 5, and then we had, 100 more people that got 1 or 2 apiece. But every person that came up did get a tree, but it only lasted until about 10:30, and it was crazy. The line was down. I mean, it was the greatest thing, and those people were so grateful and so happy and about getting these free trees. So we do know that tree giveaways for Arbor Day is a popular thing. We learned that, and it will definitely be back next year, and hopefully we'll have some of the kinks worked out of it. And I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as we did. And then the last thing about the Tree and Beautification Committee is May 9th, which will be before we meet again. We have an event in Worthington that we're registered for to go and accept our Tree City Award for the Village of Mount Sterling. So we will be getting banners showing that we are a Tree City, and we're very, very proud of that accomplishment.
Arbor Day is the holiday that I'm aware of you celebrate by getting your hands dirty, and I
Right.
think that is an awesome thing, and I agree the turnout was pretty darn terrific for all of it.
Yes.
May I please have a motion to accept a donation of $500 from Sue Schilling for a tree planting and donation in memory of John R. Schilling?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Craig. Joyce, thank you. Very generous donation.
Yes. David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Good family.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
very sorry to hear. All right, on to ordinances and resolutions.
All right, the first one. Again, these are all at second readings. The first one is Resolution 2024-05. A resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute a renewal of the village's property and liability insurance.
Do I have a motion
Got
for
that
that? please?
motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Yes.
Thank you, Ross.
Roll call. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
All right.
The next is Resolution 2024-06. A resolution adopting a credit card policy. This is on the second reading.
Yep. Is there a motion for this? Thank you, David.
Second.
Second with Craig.
David, Craig? Roll call. Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
And Craig?
Yes.
And lastly, Resolution 2024-07, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to contract with the Madison County Sheriff's Department for the law enforcement services.
You have that motion?
Thank you, Joyce. Is there a second? Thank you, Craig.
Joyce, Craig?
Roll
Okay.
call, please.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
No.
Okay. Passes on second reading. Okay, roundtable. I will start off by basically saying, this weekend, there was an awesome event yesterday. The Books, Blossoms, and Brushstrokes for the Friends of the Library had a terrific turnout. Everyone did paintings, and by all accounts, it was just incredibly well received. So hats off to them. Community activities, getting spring off to a really, really good start. So looking forward to seeing more from them shortly.
I'd like to bring up, Mayor, on Thursday, May 2nd, at the Town Gazebo, we're having the National Day of Prayer at 12 noon. Prayer works miracles, I've always said. And the more we get to pray in this country right now and everything, and all the ministers will be there, and I know I'll be there, and it's just one unity. When people pray together, we get a stronger country.
Always a good event.
I just want to say it's really nice, even though it's been cold, it's been really nice waking up to the birds and sometimes even sunshine. But it's very nice hearing the lawnmowers and the grass getting cut. That makes everyone happy. I did notice a couple places were mowing grass into the street, and we would prefer they did not do that. That's not a good situation there. It could turn ugly. But I think the community is off to a great spring. A lot of, like Andy said, a lot of things have been going on. We appreciate everyone who comes out for any and all events, and we want to have as many as we can, as long as we can get the interest and volunteers to help with them. You know, the more things in the community, block parties, different things like that people can have to get to know each other. We have new neighbors now that moved into Bill's house. So I haven't been able to walk over there yet, but, you know, we'll meet them. But, and I see kids in the neighborhood now more than usual. I know Katie Smith has a couple, and people that just moved on one side of us have 3. Sometimes 4 are there. Across the street, the new neighbors have 2.
So drive slowly, in other words.
Yeah,
Don't
so
go
drive
speeding.
slowly.
Yeah.
Get out and wave to them.
They're riding bikes.
Yeah.
They're
They're
out
playing
and
in the
about.
street, you know, on a side street. I know they're not supposed to, but they're gonna. They're gonna. My kids did.
Yep.
They're gonna play in the street. So be careful, be courteous, and hopefully the parents can encourage the children when they see a car move. I mean, that would help. But, you know, just have a great spring, everyone, and I'm looking forward to it getting, other than the 80 or 90 degree days, I'm really looking forward to getting into summer soon.
Me too. Me too.
I gotta bring up my birthday weekend, though. It was a lot
Oh.
of fun. We played a lot of golden oldies,
Oh,
because
good.
I'm getting
Oh, good.
oldie.
Oh, yeah.
And so, but it was really great, really great.
Are you gonna do that at your house?
Yeah, we
last meeting?
personally played over 50 different songs from the 1970s.
Anything else for roundtable here?
I hope
Your purse is down here.
Is it done? Thank you.
All right.
Sorry.
No, no.
Looking for my
Minor,
purse.
small panic, just.
Panic mode, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I left it outside too.
Okay. Anything else for the good of the order here this evening? Otherwise, we will be adjourned.
I do have one
Oh,
question.
you do? Okay, go ahead.
Where is this oldest tree?
Well, you know where the water plant is?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a whole bunch of trees in this little swampy area off to the left of the water plant towards the park,
Yeah.
and it's in there. So we're gonna cut this huge 10, 20-foot halo around it, and we already have, but there's an entrance from 62 that eventually someday may be paved, but we already have a sponsor to buy a park bench for out there, so that's exciting too, to make it a real pretty vista.
That tree you brought up, Mayor Timmons was the mayor of the town even at that time, Lewis Timmons. And so it goes back in before his time, so
that's-
maybe a buffalo rubbed against, who
Oh,
knows?
who knows? Yeah, Ohio,
Great.
Ohio was largely forced it. yeah.
Good job, especially to the Tree and Beautification
Absolutely.
Committee.
All right, and on that note, we are concluded. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
I have
You said
gloves,
you left it
Becky.
out there on the bench, Becky.
I found 2 pair of gloves that I donated last year that I guess I didn't give out. I'll bring those for you.
Okay, perfect.
For that day.
Yes, we can use any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think we have some other